The birthday cake sat untouched, its single candle flickering in a ballroom built for hundreds. In the center, a young girl in a wheelchair stared at the flame, her face caught between hope and heartbreak. The guests had left before they had even arrived, each absence speaking louder than words. Then the heavy double doors creaked open. A man stepped inside, holding the hand of his young daughter, her hair tied with a fraying ribbon. What happened next would challenge the power, prejudice, and pride in that room. Watch until the end. Wait a second. Tell us where you're watching from in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more powerful stories like this. Her name was Emily Whitmore, the only child of Victor Whitmore, a billionaire CEO whose power could move markets overnight. But all the money in the world couldn't reverse the spinal injury that had left her paralyzed 2 years earlier. This birthday was meant to be special, a celebration to remind her that life was still beautiful. The ballroom sparkled with chandeliers, gold-trimmed linens, and a cake that could have fed 50 guests. Yet, one by one, the attendees drifted away, offering forced smiles and empty excuses. Some avoided her entirely, their eyes sliding past her wheelchair as though it were invisible or uncomfortable. By the time the clock neared midnight, Emily was alone. Her father was still locked in business discussions across the hall, and the staff kept their distance. The single candle before her burned low, and loneliness wrapped around her like a cold shadow. The silence broke with the sound of footsteps. A tall man in a simple shirt and work trousers stepped through the doors, holding the hand of a little girl no older than Emily. Her name was Ava, and she clutched a small, unevenly wrapped gift. They didn't belong to this glittering world. Marcus, her father, was part of the catering staff, packing up after the event. Ava had peeked inside the ballroom and seen Emily sitting alone. She whispered to her father, asking why no one was celebrating with her. Marcus hesitated. He knew these circles. People like him weren't always welcomed, especially in rooms dripping with privilege. But Ava's pleading eyes left no room for doubt. They crossed the room, whispers following their every step. Marcus crouched beside Emily's chair, speaking softly, while Ava held out her gift with both hands. Before Emily could open it, a sharp voice cut through the moment. One of Victor's senior executives strode forward, his tone cold. "I think you're in the wrong place," he said, his gaze flicking over Marcus's skin, Ava's worn shoes. A low murmur spread through the onlookers. This wasn't about security. It was about status and race. Emily's fingers tightened. Around the gift, her jaw set. She had seen this kind of dismissal before, but never directed at someone trying to show her kindness. Victor Whitmore entered, just as the air thickened with tension. The executive stepped aside, expecting Victor to demand their removal. But instead, the CEO's gaze fixed on his daughter, smiling, truly smiling, for the first time that evening. Emily lifted the gift toward her father. "They came for me," she whispered. When the executive repeated his suggestion to escort them out, Victor's voice was like ice. "They're staying." Gasps swept the room. He turned to Marcus, shaking his hand firmly, and looked to the crowd. "If the only people willing to show my daughter kindness are the ones we ignore, then perhaps I've been surrounding myself with the wrong people." In that moment, the glittering wealth in the room felt small compared to the quiet weight of human decency. Emily and Ava blew out the candle together, laughter echoing where silence had reigned. The gift, a small music box painted with tiny flowers, played a soft tune that lingered in the air. That night, Victor ended several lucrative deals, including one tied to the executive who had tried to humiliate Marcus. The story of Emily's birthday spread quickly, sparking conversations about racism, classism, and the quiet cruelty of exclusion. For Emily, it was more than a celebration. It was proof that kindness was stronger than status. And maybe that's the question we should all ask ourselves. In a world that measures worth by wealth, will we be the one who walks past or the one who pulls up a chair? If you enjoyed this story and found it thought-provoking, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful narratives. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. What would you have done in this situation? Your support helps bring more eye-opening stories to life. Where are you watching this video from? Let us know in the comments. Take care.